So greetings and welcome back to the studio. This is the Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman YouTube channel, and I got a pretty good little message for you tonight, and I'm going to share a little something that I kind of discovered, and I wanted to fill you in because it'll help you, and I know it helps me. We invest a lot of money in the products that we purchase to go afield hunting, fishing, and all of the above. And of course, this is the Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman YouTube channel, and that's what we're all about, hunting and fishing, all things connected. But a few years ago, I purchased a new pair of hunting boots. I wanted a pair of snake boots. And by the way, you should wear your snake boots whenever you go afield, especially coming up this spring gobbler season. If you're going to go turkey hunting, you should be wearing snake boots. I purchased a pair of snake boots a few years ago. I suppose they're probably 2 years old, and I've got these Rocky boots with the zipper here on the side and the Velcro flap, and they advertise as being waterproof. Anyway, like I said, they're probably maybe I'm going on my third turkey season. So yeah, that's 3 turkey seasons and 2 deer seasons with these boots. Anyway, I had become painfully aware that they were not owning up to their waterproof standard. They did at first, and they probably worked well for about a year, but after that, they started to leak. Anyway, I got an invite from a hunting buddy. He said, "Man, I want to take you back to my personal private hunting spot." I said, "Hey, man, I'm all in." He said, "Well, we're going to have to walk through some water, and it's going to be really cold." Well, walking through water is one thing. When it's really cold with leaky boots is quite another. I didn't want to turn down the invite, but I wanted to try and find a way to make it work. So I started inspecting my boots, and I found that the soles were coming loose at the bottom, and that there were areas where the bottom of the boot was just pulling apart from the upper. And I decided, well, I'm going to try and fix that. So I went to the hardware store and I bought a bottle of Gorilla Glue. And I pulled the portion of the sole that was coming apart open. And I poured that Gorilla Glue inside there and any other places that looked kind of suspicious, right? And I did both boots because I had suspected that the other one was going in the same direction as that one. And I would pull the sole of the boot, which is all one big rubber piece, and I'd pull it apart, and I would shoot that Gorilla Glue in there, all on both sides. And I think I paid something like $260 for these boots, and that's a lot of money for footwear only to last a couple of years. And if you're going to be hunting in cold weather, you don't want your feet wet, right? So I let those sit up overnight after, again, putting on the Gorilla Glue. And I was pretty confident that I was on the right track. But then I was at work the other day and I got to thinking, I said, if I put some waterproofing spray like you use on a tent, on canvas or on rain gear, you spray it on there and it helps waterproof it. I thought, well, maybe that'd be good too. So I went to Tractor Supply and I tried to find some waterproofing spray. And I probably should have gone to an outdoor store where they sell tents and that sort of thing. You can buy it. It works really good, but I didn't want to drive all the way up to Sportsman's Warehouse to see if they had it. So I was in Tractor Supply and I bought a can of this clear Flex Seal. They advertise that it can seal up just about anything. So I said, okay, well, I'll try that. So now I'm into the thing, and bought the spray and came home, and I sprayed the devil dog mess out of all the boot, all around. I put that one down and I sprayed this one up one side and down the other until it was clear that, it was going to get in there and get in all the joints and seams. And then it struck me. The aroma of the Flex Seal, the Gorilla Glue really didn't smell too bad, but the aroma of the Flex Seal was obvious, painfully obvious. In fact, it smelled just like, almost identical to, model airplane glue. You know that glue you used to get when you hit the model airplane and you put your parts together. Well, that's exactly what that stuff smelled like, and it was really strong. I was like, oh no, what have I done? I have ruined my deer hunting boots with the smell of industrial glue. Well, I left the boots out on the porch till the next day, and I went out and I smelled of them, and I thought, well, you know what? They don't smell as bad, but they still smell like industrial glue. I said, what in the world could I do about it? So I thought for a minute, and I said, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up to Sportsman's Warehouse, and I'm going to buy some deer pee. And I'm going to spray my boots down with the deer pee. And I thought, well, you know what? I probably should wait till I get to the woods before I do it. I found this Tinks Trophy Buck. Now, I've never used this sort of thing religiously like some guys do. When I was a youngster growing up, some of you guys will remember this, the only thing that we had, we started out with apple juice on a cotton ball. You put apple juice on a cotton ball and that was your cover scent. And yeah, I remember guys doing that. And then we graduated to what was called a skunk screen solution. They would take the pee from a skunk and put it on a tampon, because the tampon worked real well because it had a string attached to it. You would tie that string and dip it in that skunk screen and hang it in the bush, because you didn't dare put it on your body because you'd go home smelling like that stuff. I had no idea that this stuff smelled so strong. But I met up with my buddy and we went to our parking spot, and it was still, you know, early in the morning. We were getting ready to make our hike through the swamp, and again, we were going to be walking through water. It was cold. I didn't want to sit in my tree stand for 5 or 6 hours, freezing my feet off. So I had, again, could smell them boots. So I took that spray and I took it and I started spraying these boots down. And at first the smell didn't hit me, but then, oh man, all of a sudden, boy, this is some of the most potent stuff. But man, it really, really worked. I wish I could say that while I was sitting in my tree stand, a big old buck walked by. I did experience this though. I sprayed my boots down with this stuff like there was no tomorrow, because I'll have anything but industrial glue in the woods with me. I got the trophy buck. I sprayed my boots down. I got it on my fingers. I got it on my backpack. Got it on everything. And yeah, I'm spraying the bushes with the stuff if I use it from now on. But I did spray down my boots, and I was sitting in my tree stand, and the trail that I walked down, a little buck come out of the swamp and was making his way to me. And as soon as that little buck got right where I had walked, he come to a sudden stop. The wind was perfect, and he couldn't have possibly have smelled me. But as soon as he got where I had walked, he stopped and knew that something was up. And he smelled that ground, and boy, he turned around and he exit quick. So yeah, he's nervous about a bigger buck living in the area. And yeah, it was a good hunt, and I really enjoyed the long walk through the cypress swamp to this hidden spot. I really appreciated the invite. I really appreciated the atmosphere of the hunt, and going out with someone and sharing a spot like that is a great experience. And I really, really, really appreciated it. So I thought I would share that with you. If you have problems with your boots leaking, Gorilla Glue works great. The Flex Seal probably would work too. You just got to give it a few days so it doesn't stink, because man, it really does smell. But it goes on good. I'm going to go to Sportsman's Warehouse and see if I can't buy some waterproofing spray. I need to do my raincoat, but again, we got to watch those smells. We got to watch those odors. If it's got an industrial smell to it and you plan on using it the next day, well, that's probably something you should probably wait to do. Okay. All right. So that's today's message. We got the Spring Gobbler event coming up, the Wild Turkey Extravaganza in Webster, Florida at True Heart Ranch. Just bleep-blop it on their bebopping cell phone. It'll come right up. That's this Saturday, February 1st. I'll be there. I'll be peddling copies of my book, Wild Treasure of an Outdoorsman. The other day, I was down in the Green Swamp hunting, and I met a feller there. I think his name was Tyler. Tyler, it was a real fun joy meeting you and talking with you and sharing with you the things that we love, the outdoors. I really appreciated you talking to me, and it lifted my day. I was on my way out, and those two fellers were on their way in. And yeah, I hope that they had a good hunt. They're planning to hunt till dark. I hunted from, I don't know, daylight till about noontime, and yeah, I got to get home. So I met them halfway there, and had a good visit. So again, True Heart Ranch this weekend. All right, love you guys. I got one more hunt in me. I'll let you know how it goes. See ya. Bye.